Hey YouTube, it's Dragon Ruler 1131 again. But this time, like I said, I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to switch the faces of two cards onto one. In this tutorial, I'm going to be using Lady of the D onto Argenix Ultimate onto Lady of the D. Okay? Notice this is regular, this is secret rare. What you'll need in order to do this are 7 simple things. A rag, so you can dry. Some source of water, has to be warm. If you have a cold, it's just gonna sit there, and you're going to be using your card for nothing. A coin or something not too heavy, and Elmer's glue, because if you mess up, this doesn't quickly dry, so you can adjust. So yeah, okay. So first things first, very simple. You take the card that you're going to be switching the face with, and you put it inside of the water. Mention, since this is warm water, whatever card you're using, make sure you're not going to need it in the future, because if you're going to need it, you got to make sure that, okay, let that sit for a while. Make sure you're not going to need the card, because if you do, and you do this to it, then you kind of...
This man's penis fails.
These guys are so bad.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Well, you see, the card's the card's a little rounded now. So all you gotta do is come to the corner here and just pull it, the covering off. Helps sometimes to wet it after while you're pulling it off, to make it much easier to pull off. Okay. And voila. Okay, I throw that in there. This piece, the back, you're not going to need anymore, so you could just go ahead and toss it in the garbage can. This piece, although, is the main part of it all. Okay. The back, there's some paper still stuck to it usually, so you could go ahead and take just about anything. Drop that coin in there to hold it down. Just take about anything. Go ahead and use a card. You can use a card to scrape it off of the back of it, or a coin, or your thumb. It's really up to your choice. I like using a coin because it's easier, but try not to go too hard because you don't want to scratch the front part. I usually dry off the front and back when I'm done. Okay. The water. Now keep your squeegee, or your card. Keep it. You're gonna need it. Okay. Just hold it to the side for now. Okay. Now, if you listened properly at the beginning, then you have all your tools. I forgot to mention the squeegee, but yes, you need a card in this, or something hard. Okay, this is what I find extremely cool. Even though the back's off, it's completely. This is your back result. This is how your back should look. Completely dry. See? And then the front, if you did it correctly, should look just like it did before you put in the water. Okay. Now, we're gonna go ahead and, as you see, Now, since we're actually going to replace the square, and that's all, nothing else, then what we're going to go ahead and do is on the thing, you got to just go ahead and cut off the square part. You can keep it. I don't like keeping it, or I don't really care to keep it because it doesn't matter to me. In the end, I'm just going to get rid of it in the garbage. It's cold. Okay, let's get cutting. Awesome. So that's the square. That's how it should have came out. Okay. That's all you're going to need of this. The rest you can throw away. Okay. The rag, and you're going to still need, well, I like to keep it around because I don't want to get into my wood. So you just square it up to the picture like this. I like to square it up first. See? So, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna show you how to apply the glue. The Elmer's glue, remember. Don't use any other glue, use Elmer's. It's most preferred. Okay? That's what it's supposed to look like. Elmer's glue. Okay, so let's do this. This is how you apply the glue. You put like a best way to describe it, just basically it's like big thing, big drop and whatnot. That drop, you just spread it completely around the square evenly. You want to make sure every piece of that back space has some Elmer's glue on it. Try applying as much as you can all over the back piece of the thing. From there, you post it onto the card. Now, this is what you're going to need your squeegee for. You go and you just do that. And get any excess glue out of there. So that way it has a nice, clean grasp. Now, you lick your finger, spread the water all over the piece to take off any excess glue on the outside, so that way there's no residue on it. And recommendation from me, when I do this type of thing, it's never perfect. So what I like to do is, in order to avoid recognition of the imperfectity, I like to put it into a sleeve. So that way it's harder to spot the where I messed up. So just a recommendation. So yeah. See, if I used a different glue, it would have dried by now, and then I would have been stuck because I couldn't fix it. And then what was I gonna do? I have a ruined card. But since I could, let's put this baby into a sleeve. Now, let me go ahead and read you Lady of D. Lady of D. Your opponent cannot target face-up dragon type monsters you control for attacks. If this card on the field would be destroyed by battle or by a card effect, you can send one dragon type monster from your hand to the graveyard instead. How awesome is that? And it has the bosses. It doesn't even look like it. How awesome is that? So yeah. Well, congratulations. If you followed correctly, then your results should be something like this. We went from this to this. So you know what? Pat yourself on the back if you followed correctly. You can do this to any card. For Yu-Gi-Oh that I know of. I don't know if you can do it with Magic and stuff like that. But for Yu-Gi-Oh, I know you can do it with any card. Peace.